Here is everything you need to know if you want to make $500 a day on BullX Neo. So we start things off with our filters. So for new creations, I have no filters active because I'm using a CT tracker. You need to have a CT tracker if you want to make a lot of money on BullX. So basically what a CT tracker is it tracks all of the Twitter accounts that you want it to track. You can set it up yourself, or if you want to get paid one that already tracks accounts, then you can go for that option. But it basically tracks all these influencers that we have: Clout, Yogurt, Dauman, and as soon as, let's say, Donald Trump or Elon tweets a picture of a dog or a cat, you want to scan the new creations and see if the image of the dog pops up on new creations and instantly buy in, because a lot of people are going to buy into this token because it came from like a big celebrity, or like Elon Musk or Donald Trump. So that's why we have no filters on new creations, because if we had filters on new creations, if we saw, let's say, a picture of a dog posted by Elon Musk, we might have it filtered out because the volume on that coin is going to be crazy. So in new creations we have no filters. About to graduate at 4 filters here. I have 26% max insider supply, minimum 10 bot users, so it just helps to find bundled ones and not bundled tokens, and minimum market cap of 15k. Token age, you can leave this blank if you want. I like it at 60 minutes, so the max tokens I see over here are all within an hour. I don't want to see older ones, because if they're tokens that are about to graduate from like 4 or 5 hours ago, then more than likely they're not going to have volume and they're not actually going to graduate to raydium. So that's the filters for about to graduate. Graduated, I have no filters as well, because it doesn't really matter. Once things are graduated from pump fund, I can manually go in and check. So here are a few tips if you want to make money on BullX. So let's take any coin, for example. Let's click into this one. And as you can see here, we have snipers 10 out of 70, 4.86% has been sniped. This is a very good thing. You should look at it, especially if you're a beginner. You need to see how many snipers are holding and how many have sold all. So we can see here that 58 of the snipers sold, and there's still 10 snipers holding. The total was 110%. The current total holdings are 4.86%. and the top 10 holders is 38.4%. So always have a look at the snipers here. The next thing we want to look at is top 10 holders. So the top 10 holders on this coin, if we check here, as you can see we have 10 here, they add up to 38%. So the top 10 holders are holding 38% of the whole supply, which is a lot, because if, let's say, 4 treaties sell, so let's say they're holding 3%, 4 of them sell, that will be 12% of the supply sold, and that will create a massive dip like you see here. These dips are made by insiders who are trading, and they're crashing the price. So you always want to make sure that the top 10 holders is preferably below 25% or 20%, but I know on pump fund a lot of people buy in early, which makes them get a lot of the supply for a lower balance. So insiders holding, we always want this to be below 20%. Insiders are basically devs. So as you can see here, the dev is holding 15%. But if this was 20%, the dev could be holding 15% on the contract deployer wallet, but then he can also have separate wallets who bought in as soon as the token listed. So that would appear in insiders holding. So the dev could be holding 15%, and he'd have another 4 wallets holding 5% each. So that would appear in insiders holding. So we want to check this coin. For instance, if we're looking at this coin, we want to see that the chart is natural. So as you can see, I'm on the 1 second chart. We can see it went up to 26k market cap, then it dipped down to 15, it went back up to 19, and now it's back to 9k, and now we're seeing another increase of approximately 100% here, so from 9 to 19k. Now if I look at this, we can see that there's 26 holders and the bot users are 18. So this is good. That means that actual people are trading this and it's not insiders trading it. So we want to look to make sure that less than half of the holders should be bot users. It should be real people trading. But the only thing that would make me not buy this is the dev holding 15%, which can dump. And we also have the top 10 holders of 39%. So you want this one to be low, top 10 holders, preferably below 20%. And you want the dev to sell, because the dev can dump 15% of the supply on you, and you might go from 30k market cap all the way to 15, and then everyone panic sells and you're in a minus. So these are just the things that I look at. Another thing you could do is, let's say this Nemo coin here, you can check the CA deployer here, and you can see if he's done rogues before. So this guy has only deployed 1 token before, and it's this one here. So this guy has no rogue history. But other ones, if we check here, let me see if I can find you an example of a rogue history. This guy here, this DeepSeek acceleration. If you click on CA deployers here, click on this, you can see that he's launched numerous tokens and he's making money on all of them. So this guy has a rug history. He's been rugging before. He's made 44k from rugging. So if you see something like this, if the dev, let's say if this token has rugged before, it's more than likely that he is going to rug again. So just bear this in mind when you're trading. It's a very handy tool here to CCA deploy over here. Next thing we can see here, there's 3% of the supply is being held by insiders. So as you can see here, 177 holders and 86 bot users. This is what we want to see. We want to see like roughly half, and the top 10 holders is only 25%. So this, if you like the meme and if there is momentum for it, you could buy this in or scalp this if you wanted to. As you can see, it reached a peak of 44k and then it dipped all the way down to 14k, but now it's picking up volume. Now how do you know if it's picking up volume? Is if you click at the top here, 5 minute, 1 hour, 6 hour, you can just click 5 minute and it shows your volume here. So this has 18k volume, which is fairly low for 30k market cap coin. So you can actually tell if a coin's gonna continue going up or continue going down. If the volume is low, that means there's not a lot of people trading it, and if the volume's high, that means there's a lot of people trading it. And as you can see here, the buying volume is 11k and the selling volume is nearly 10k. So basically it's half at the moment. So there's no buying pressure and there's no selling pressure. It's just kind of consolidating at the moment. Next thing I want to talk about is, let's talk about fees. So when you initially sign up for BullX, if you go over here to click into any token and just click here on the little robot here, you can see I have buy settings and sell settings. So for buy settings, I have 0.001 for fee. I keep this the same no matter if it's buy or sell. I have my slippage at 20%. I do not use MEV protection because I trade below 1 Solana. Now if you trade over 1 Solana, I would recommend that you do use MEV, because if you get MEV'd, you're going to lose all your profits. If you don't know what MEV is, it's basically a sandwich attack. So they target people who, let's say, buy with 5 or 10 sol, and then just because they have a MEV bot, it enters right before you buy and then sells just before you get in. So kind of increases the price and goes down. That's what MEV is. So if you're trading over 1 sol, I would recommend enabling MEV protection, but I do not, so there's no point in me enabling it. The bribe is 0.01. I keep these the same as well. But the only thing with the bribe is that it fluctuates depending on how congested Solana is. So if you look at the top here, you can see here, this is the bribe. So the recommended bribe now is 0.02 sol. So mine's way below that. But this is the recommended bribe if you want to get in and out fast, if you're scalping. But if you don't care about scalping, you can just leave this at 0.001 and this will do the same basically. It'll be a bit slower to get in, but at least you won't be paying a lot on fee. So sell settings, they're exactly the same. The fee and bribe is the same. The only difference is my buy slippage is 20% and my sell slippage is 35% for selling. So I just wanted to cover fees because a lot of people complain that BullX is taking a lot, but you need to change your fees as soon as you sign up for BullX, so that way you won't be paying a lot of fees. Another thing I want to talk about is charts. So let's say we go into Deep Throat here. This is a normal looking chart, but you could see, if I could find a rug here for you guys, I might not be able to find one. You want the chart to go up, down, because there has to be buyers and sellers. It can't constantly go up because that is just a rug. People buy and then they sell. So as you can see, it went up, down, people bought, sold, and it's just fluctuating like this. Now this is a healthy chart. If you see a chart where it's only green candles and there's no red candles, that means that it's a rug. No one is selling. People have to make profit. So you have to realize that if it looks too good to be true, then it probably is. So don't buy into fake charts. I want to see if I can find you guys a fake chart here, but they're kind of hard to find. This looks okay. We checked this one already. This is okay. It usually looks, if there's one big candle like this, there'll be like one huge candle and then it just continue going up like stairs. There wouldn't be any dips or anything. It'd just be like going up in stairs. If you see that, then stay away from that because that is a scam. But yeah, the best way to trade, in my opinion, is to go into about to graduate and just look for low caps like 15k, 16k. Check their socials, check their Twitter, their Telegram, see what it's about, and see if it has any motion behind it. Like this does not have motion because it's been made before. So you want to look at the socials, you want to see if it's made before. So if you want to check, let's say, oh, I like this Charm AI, what you want to do is to make sure that it's real, you click here and type in charm AI and see if there's been other ones created. So as you can see here, there was a 4-minute charm, 19 hours charm, 1-minute charm. So this isn't unique. So this is probably going to be rogue as well after migration, unless this is the real one. So if you check their Twitter and see if they posted the contract address, VME pump. So this is the real one. As you can see, VME pump. Just check the contract address and match it to the Twitter. So as you can, this is the real one. So this might take off, but there's a lot of AI tokens like Charm AI. They only have 28 followers. So not a lot of people know about them, so it might not go up. You just have to watch the charts and see how it goes. CA deployer has not worked anything before. So yeah, that's basically my way of trading. Now another way you could trade is go to new creations and scalp, which is basically just clicking into a random one of these. You see volume, you buy in, and then you sell for like a 50% profit if you want to do it that way. But this is risky because when you're trading new creations, Dev will still be holding these tokens. So if you click into this, as you can see, Dev bought and he hasn't sold. So you have to be very careful to either buy in after the Dev sells, or you buy in now and hope that the price goes up to 12k and then you can sell. Because most of these will rogue, and this way is a lot more riskier. But yeah, I would recommend getting a CT tracker though, because like we'll be monitoring this and see if there's any tweets that come out with motion. Motion basically means that a lot of people would buy into it if you think a lot of people would buy into it. So you definitely need a Twitter tracker. You definitely want to do your research before buying in. Don't start buying random tokens, because if you just start buying random ones off this list, you're going to lose all your money. Do your research, have patience, because patience is the biggest skill you can have in trading. Look for those golden coins and then buy in and make your profit. Don't buy random things or something from a Telegram group. Just take your time and you'll make money. Thanks.